Hey there, sports fans. This is AsiansUnite bringing you Monday Night Football, Week 7. Last week, I thought the Colts would beat the Chargers 27-24, and I couldn't have been more wrong. How do you stop Andrew Luck from scoring? You keep him off the field. The Chargers had possession for 38 minutes and 31 seconds. The Colts didn't even have their second possession of the second half until the fourth quarter. Not to say they were doing much with those possessions anyway. The Colts were plagued with drop passes and converting only 2 of their 10 third downs. The Chargers had a well-balanced and executed game plan. They ran the ball for a season-high 147 yards, and Phillip Rivers was very efficient. He converted 22 of his 33 attempts for 237 yards and 1 touchdown. When targeting rookie receiver Keenan Allen, he was 9 for 9 for 107 yards and his lone touchdown. In the end, the Chargers shut down the Colts 19-9. This week, we have the 1-4 Minnesota Vikings visiting the 0-6 New York Giants. It's a battle of underachieving teams. The Giants went from Super Bowl contenders to bottom feeders. They found multiple ways to lose. They've lost close games and they've been blown out. Their defense is a shell of what it used to be. They're ranked 24th in yards given up, and they're averaging 391.3 yards a game given up. They're dead last in points given up with a whopping 34.8 points a game. The Giants' D for the past years have been known for getting to the quarterback, but this year they have a total of 5 sacks. Jason Pierre-Paul and Justin Tuck have a combined 1.5 sacks. I'm not going to pin this entirely on the defense, especially when Eli Manning leads the league with 15 interceptions. Running back David Wilson was supposed to be the workhorse, but he's just been a disappointment. His main issue is the same issue he had his rookie year. Fumbles, and now he's out for a few weeks with a neck injury. The Giants are starting to pile on more injuries, with Jason Pierre-Paul and Brandon Jacobs being questionable for this game. With their lack of running backs, they signed Peyton Hillis, who could see significant playing time. Across the board, the Giants are a very weak team, but they still could have won a lot of games, and they have a lot of talent to win future games. But at this point, you can see the ship sinking, especially evident by the internal fighting they've been having, with the example being the Twitter feud between David Wilson and receiver Ruben Randall. On the flip side, we had the Vikings, who have been equally as disappointing. Now, the Vikings haven't been as abysmal as the Giants, but at the end of the day, a losing record is a losing record. They've been very competitive in their losses, excluding the Panthers game. But in the NFL, there are no moral victories. This week, former Buccaneer Josh Freeman is slated to be the starting quarterback. I think Freeman is an above-average QB. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but I honestly think he's an upgrade over Matt Castle and Christian Ponder. At the end of the day, this team still has Adrian Peterson, and while he's not having the MVP season he had last year, he's still a top running back, averaging 96.6 yards per game, which is second in the league. If teams are going to stack the box with 8 or more defenders, this leaves one-on-one matchups for Greg Jennings and Kyle Rudolph. Unfortunately, the Vikings are starting to hit the injury bug, with Desmond Bishop tearing his ACL and Harrison Smith on injured reserve designated to return. This is bad news considering that their D, when fully manned, still gave up 31.6 points a game, which is 30th in the league. At the end of the day, I think it's too early for Freeman to just jump in and win games. I do believe they will be better and win more games, but not this game. I think the Giants will be too much for the Vikings. Eli has to keep his turnovers to a minimum. He has thrown more than 1 in every game, throwing 3 or more in 4 of those games. I think the Giants will win 31-26. Both teams will give up yards and points, but I think Eli cleans up his act for a victory. Even though things are looking gloomy for the Giants, I think they'll find a way to man up. I hope you enjoy my prediction and analysis, and as always, stay classy.